Alright, you guys, so this is going to be a short video on how you can hold class meetings through Zoom. It's actually really simple, so I'm going to just go over some of the features that I am aware of and what I do with my students. So on my screen, I've downloaded the Zoom app. It's just a lot more convenient than trying to log into the one on the web browser. So when I open up my Zoom app, notice here it says new meeting, join, share screen, or schedule. So what I usually do is I schedule a meeting. My class meeting with my students is tomorrow at 1 p.m. So as you can see, I've already scheduled one here. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to just show you guys how to schedule a meeting. So you click on schedule and you just type in the topic, the date, and because mine is just the free version, I am only limited to 30 minutes or 40 minutes, right? So they give you 30 minutes slot, but if you exceed the 30 minutes, they allow you to go up to 40 minutes in your meetings. So duration of my meeting is going to be 30 minutes. Here, generate automatically. So there's going to be a meeting ID that is generated automatically for your students. Password, you don't need to worry about that. It's given to the students automatically as well. Video here, you want to click on, right? So you're the host, you want your video to be on. I prefer my students' videos to be on, but that's up to you. So if you would like for your students' videos to be on, just click on. Students do have that choice to actually turn off their camera. And so in the advanced options, you have more options, right? You can enable the waiting room, meaning that if they happen to log in 15 minutes before you do, they're allowed to wait in the waiting room until you join the meeting. Let's see, enable join before host. I probably wouldn't do that. Mute participants on entry, you can do that. So once the moment they log right into the meeting, they are mute. You can choose to do that. I don't do that because then when they come in, they want to say hi right away. And when I start the meeting, then I mute them. What I do like to do is I like to click here where it says automatically record meeting on the local computer. So what happens is the meeting is automatically recorded, and then I just reshare this video into Teams for students who missed out on the meeting. And that's very simple. That's it. You just click on schedule and it's going to schedule it for you. So this might take a few minutes. Let's see. Oh gosh. This sucks that it's doing this. Maybe it's because right here it says calendar. I chose Outlook. I'm just going to put Google Calendar so that way it doesn't do that. Okay, exit out of that, go back to my Zoom. And so to double check, I just click on meetings and it's been scheduled, right? So it's right here, it's class meeting scheduled tomorrow 2 to 2:30. So when the time comes, or actually before that, once I create my meeting, right here where it says copy invitation, I just click on that and I go into my students' Teams, right? And I just paste the link right here. So as you can see, I've already done that for my students. I paste the link on here and then students can access to it. I also email it out to all my students. All they need to do is they come on to Teams, they just click on this link here and they join the meeting right away. Anyways, when the time comes, I'm going to start the meeting. So I click start. And I'm going to join with computer audio, enter full screen. And so I'm just going to go over some of the features here. I know that you probably played with these already, so maybe you're familiar with it, but if you aren't, I'm just going to quickly go over it, right? So you have this over here where it says mute. So you have the option to mute yourself, which you probably don't want to do that because you will be the one teaching unless your kids are sharing. You can stop the video, right? And then here's security. This is the great part. So security, what happens here is you can allow the participants to share their screen. You can, I choose not to because, I mean, my students have nothing that is valuable for now to share. Allow participants to chat. You can choose not to allow the students to chat because sometimes students, I noticed in my last meeting, my students, those who weren't really paying attention, they were just kind of chatting with each other, which can be a distraction. So when you start your meeting, you can probably turn off the chat. There are more advanced options. I'll go over that in a bit. But manage participants, this part here is pretty awesome. So when you manage your participants, you can mute all of them. So what I tell my students is that I'm going to start the meeting now, so I'm going to mute all of you. So I just click mute all, and so they're all mute, and they can hear me except each other. Now they can, I believe they can unmute themselves, but then I just ask the students, since I'm talking now, just mute yourselves, and if you want to respond to my questions, then you can go ahead and unmute yourself. You have that, and then here's the chat, right? You can change the settings on this. So right now, to everyone, it says right here, right, you're writing to everyone. So hello, right now you are writing to everyone, but you can change that. So participant can chat with no one. Participant can chat with only you. Participant can chat with everyone publicly. Participants can chat with everyone publicly and privately. So what I would do is I would probably change it to participant can chat with only the host. So once you start the meeting, maybe participant can chat with only the host. So that way if students have any questions for you, they can just write it to you, right? Because they're mute. Moving on, and then here's the share screen. This is the part I love, right? You can just share whichever screen you want with your kids. I usually share my teams with the students because that's when I start going over their assignments. So as you can see, this is what it looks like, right? And you can stop sharing your screen by just clicking up here. And so notice here it says pause and stop. Because I'm recording my meeting, I have the ability to pause the recording or to stop the recording. Now, if you don't record your meeting, you don't need to worry about this here. But during the meeting, if you should choose to record your meeting, it does give you the option to record, right? And I think that's pretty much it. It's very simple. That's all you need to do. Again, you can manage your students, you can mute them, you can unmute them, you can request them. So obviously, because I'm the only participant, and I'm the only one, you won't see any of my students, but when your other students are here, you can actually individually mute them, or if you go here more, well, I guess for mine it doesn't show, but what you could actually do is you can request them to turn on their camera, and they'll get that notification. So there's that. That's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else that I missed or anything special that I didn't go over, but I hope this short little video helps out a little bit, and I hope you feel comfortable at this point to start the class meetings. If you do, let us know how it goes, and if you have any other questions, let me know. I'm more than happy to help. Okay, and at the very end, you guys, when the meeting is up, when you're done with your kids, you just click end meeting. End meeting. You want to make sure you end meeting for all, right? Because if you leave the meeting, then the meeting is still open for your students. So end meeting for all. And you'll notice that right away it says convert meeting recording. So what's happening right now is it's converting my recording into a file, right? Like an MP3 file or a video file. And so once that happens, you can save the file, and then you can upload it onto your teams for your students. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to allow this to stop converting, and then I'm going to allow this to fully convert, and I'm going to share this video on our science teams. Okay? I'll see you guys on Tuesday.